Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive number 1, number 2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Blog Talk Radio. And welcome to Community Garden Revolution. My name is Mary Huckel, and I'm very pleased that we're going to tell you about a lot of different things this show that's happening not only in our nation, but also what could happen for you in your neighborhood about food. So we're very excited about the rollout of the SNAP program that's going to be changing if they get the okay to be able to do that. They announced today, right before our show, that they are giving out $1.1 million for WIC grants in 4 different states. They also announced that they wanted to have a forum by the public. You're invited. That means you'll be able to sign up on the USDA website and then give ideas what you think could happen as far as helping people to become independent and not have to go to using some of the I don't want to call it entitlement programs. It always gets me, but the programs that can help people get from here to there. Because they want their area to shorten up and move on and have people go on with their lives. So I applaud that. Congratulations for what they're doing in D.C. You know, that they have a lot to overcome with different subjects that have come up. But today they did announce that tomorrow, by the time that you all have the show, it should be, tomorrow or already online. Look for the area where you can register in there and go ahead and give your ideas about what you see that people can get off SNAP program or how they can slowly get off that. They're trying to increase the work requirement time that goes with that if you want SNAP. So they're trying to find ways to make it not as appealing to people to just sit around and do whatever. I was in financing for almost 20 years, and there were people that did make this kind of stuff a religion. They did make that kind of stuff as a way to make money, quote unquote, make money, a lifestyle. And, what do you do? What do you say? You just keep on going. But it was very interesting is what I'll say. And sometimes they entangle other members of the family to do the same thing they're doing. It's ongoing for many different people. So what they're trying to do is give pride back to people. How can we make it so that they have more pride about wanting to go back to work and actually becoming a good functioning person of society? Now, there is a sector that cannot do that, and that's all right. That happens. But they're trying to cut down expenses. Otherwise, these programs go out in X amount of years down the road. So great things happening. Of course, we've got the National Good Food Network folks that are going to have their convention, their annual conference. I think it's around the 21st or 27th, 21st, I believe, of March. I don't have the paper around me, darn it. And we're going to have one of the people from there, the early part of March, to go over things with us, who's speaking there, what's going on, the different workshops, the different programs, why they are doing what they do. It's one of my favorite websites to look at. And so I'm very excited about them coming aboard. Today we're going to have 2 guests, and one's going to be, of course, Diane Blazik from the All-America Selection. She's going to keep us up with what they're doing with social media and the changes that they see and the trends in the market, how you get the word out to people. And then also we're going to have Lady Diva back, Brenda and Annette Moss. I told you earlier that every so often we're going to hear what the trends are in music so that when you do your fundraising events, you'll have options of what to look at and what to do that could maybe attract more people to your events. There are a lot of different trends. I'm not out and around it very much right now. I wasn't back then, but at least I was around more people. I do take care of a parent, and so your time is involved with so many other things. But so we've got a jam-packed show. We are going to go back to the basics coming up in probably about a month and a half from now. I'm trying to figure out the dashboard and what all can be done with that. We're going to go back to the part we're going to do an hour-long show. I get to do distribution coming up, so We do want to bring that back. Remember back in 2014 area, 2015, I did it for half an hour. Then for about 2 years, I did it for a 1 hour long show. And we're going to go back to that since now we just do a half hour. We do a half hour on this show and then a half hour of another show. But those folks like an hour shows they can package up and then sell to the different radio stations. So that's okay, whatever. But we're very excited, and as soon as we can learn the technology, then we'll be able to slide into that. And they've changed it on their side, so hopefully the gal said, you should be able to figure it out this time. So, who knows? I'm open to new things, new thoughts. It's the technology. I love the technology, most of it, not all of it, but most of it. And once I can figure it out, then we just go with it. So that's always fun. So she's going to tell us about the trends and the music on that part, and then we'll tell you, whatever it is that we have left over in time, any other kind of, news event or story that we've got. So, but I think we're going to be so jam-packed that these ladies are going to be the ones that we'll talk with today. So we appreciate you staying with us. We also are on Stitcher Radio app. We are also on the app of Ola TV channel, so you can hear us live on that one. And do support the folks there at Google Play that have the apps on there. They're there for you to be able to take anywhere, whether you're at the doctor's office or you're at the kids' school event or whatever, and be able to listen and keep up with the latest news on community gardens would be our area. So we're just very excited about what 2018 has. I told you that a year or two ago, and I knew that even 2019 would even be even better than that. Because we've got people now that have been in their offices in D.C., and now they're seeing what needs to be done and is trying to get there from here or here from there. And how do we fund things? Can we even help them? That kind of thing. So people are talking, and people are trying to get some ideas. We just have to see how we can implement things. That's the problem, and it's always about the money. Got to have the money. So, someone's on my phone. I can't believe it, but well, we can't answer that one, I don't believe. But we'll have to let that roll. I am expecting hopefully a phone call today, but we'll just have to let that roll. Sorry that happened. But anyway, we're going to be waiting here for Diane to come on board, and we'll hear out what she has to say about getting on Facebook and how to make that work. So it's exciting times, and we're just really excited that she's coming. Oh, that's her. That's her on the phone. Let's see if something happened. Let's see. This is live stuff, folks. This is live stuff. Diane? Oh, you hear the phone ringing, don't you? We had this happen one of the show. It's kind of interesting. Diane? Sometimes they get the phone number wrong, or they try to figure out, what is the phone number, and that's probably what she's doing. So hold 1 second, folks. It's live. We're live. So hold 1 second here. You're listening to Community Garden Revolution. I'm Mary Hugo, the show host. So hold 1 second. Yeah, Diane, you evidently need the phone number again? Okay, that's okay. It's 347-637-3518. So call on in. Call on in. All right, thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye. So that's what it was about, folks. So we're holding right here until she calls in, and then we'll go from there. But I was expecting a call from another area of the nation, so that's okay. She's north or south, but who knows? But, yeah. So here we go. She's going to get ready to call on in, and then we'll get her up here, and then we'll talk about social media, the Facebook things. And we're very excited about having them aboard because we're trying to tell people all about what they do, and they are top-notch in our nation as far as they're very respected by the people in the seed industry, and we're just so excited to have them aboard to tell them what they're doing across America and how we can learn from them. So Diane, I believe, is on here. It's Diane Blazek. She is the Executive Director of All America Selections. How are you today, lady?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Good. I told folks that we're talking about social media things, and you have some new things that you're doing with Facebook, and maybe you can enlighten us, what you all are doing, and, hey, we may learn from you. So, I can always learn from somebody else with technology. So tell what's going on.
I think that's true for all of us. Yeah. So we've been quite active in social media for the past 7 or 8 years, and trying to use all the tools that are out there. It does seem like for us the best social media outlet is Facebook. We are also active on Instagram and Pinterest, and we have a Twitter account. But really, I have found with gardeners, they want to see the pictures, they want how-tos, they want to ask questions, and that's what led us to start this Facebook group, which we only started it about 2 weeks ago. And probably the first question is, well, what is a group? And so a group is different from a Facebook page. A Facebook page either can be for an individual or a business. So we have a business page, and I personally, have my own personal page. But a group is really designed for like-minded people to join a group, to share information, get additional information, that kind of thing. So that's what we did, and our group is called Flower and Vegetable Winners.
Oh, how cute. Flower and Vegetable Winners.
Right. That's what we're all about.
How cute.
We're all about, introducing new flower and vegetables. So that's what our group is. And right now we have over 1,200 members, and it's very exciting because people are saying, hey, I've never grown tomatoes from seed. How do I start them? And then you've got like 1,200 people who are giving all these handy tips. And that's just one small example of what goes on a Facebook group.
Now, I've seen groups on my page before. I love most of the technology. It's just that I don't know how to get something started sometimes, most of the time. So on the group part, you had the All-America selections. Then you started a group on that page. Is that what happened?
Yeah, you have to have a page first in order to start a group. So that's what we did. It's linked to our Facebook page. And I would say probably the easiest way is to go up into the search button and just enter Flower and Vegetable Winners. Use the word and, not ampersand, and it's going to come up as a public group, and then you just join in and start the conversation.
So you will allow people to join in, because I know that there are certain groups. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but people start groups on my page for me. And so bottom line, I never know what group I'm part of. And on there, they limit it to a certain number, or they say you can only be a certain whatever, like let's say tomato growers only kind of thing. So you're talking to people that they may do a small farm, urban farm, community garden, or they may be a town mayor, they may be a city manager, that kind of thing. So anybody can join your group to see what's going on?
Exactly. Yeah, we didn't see the need to make it a closed group. We wanted it to be open to anybody. A closed group is usually where you have to apply and then they accept you or don't accept you. But with it being an open group, we thought we would be able to get more people participating. So yeah, they go in and they click that they want to join, and it's pretty much an instantaneous approval, and then they're part of it. So yeah, I mean, they could even ask a question like, I've got a community garden and which one's going to have the best yield, or have disease resistance. So the conversation is not just AAS winners. That's how it was formed, but there's a lot more varieties out there in addition to AAS winners. So we see a lot of things being talked about.
Oh, yes. The American Community Gardening Association, they started a forum similar like what you're saying this year, and they are surprised how well it's going. Yours is going to really blossom. So that is awesome news for folks, because we have to share information. There's so much disinformation out there, and a lot of people where we live, they like to give information, and you're like, where did they come up with that? And then when you take it to the store or something of that sort and say, what did you heard? Is this information true about how to grow, let's say, tomatoes? And they say, where did you find that information, or who told you that? And so to be able to share it with people that actually are doing it, that makes more sense. So the response, were you pleased that was people from out of the group that normally watches your website page, your Facebook page, or is it something that is developing that you're seeing? Because that's a lot of people when you're just now opening it. That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people, and what we have done is we are working with a few people that actually run groups, other gardening groups. Maybe they've started their own. So one gentleman in particular, his name is Gary Pilarczyk, the Rusted Garden. He's really helping us out a lot because he has very successful Facebook groups and a YouTube channel. In fact, he